The Twitter thing's still crapping out. Oh, goody. If you're on replay, thanks for joining. This is cracking me up. All right. So you're finding me good. Make sure you're finding the scope because there's been I've had a remark on some of my nose. Sorry. Thanks for joining me. Get me guys back on straight. Welcome to the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. This is I'm number 5, and I'm going to be wrapping up this segment with talk about head versus heart, or brain versus heart, and then we'll be introducing round 2 in about 10 minutes. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming in. Please share this with your friends and followers. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming in here, and definitely share this on Periscope and on Twitter and on Facebook, wherever. Sorry, I'm just trying to move this tripod before it falls over on me. I need to get a new one. This one's starting to get a bit too sloppy. This doesn't stay stable. Thank you for those who came before. Thanks, Ketchy. Thanks, Sandra. Thank you, Cindy, for kicking off this amazing share-a-thon. And also thank you... I just blanked on a name. There was another one in the middle of that who I just lost track of. It's okay, I'll come back to him in a minute. Thank you for being here, and please share it with your friends and amazeballs. Thank you, Ketchy. Share it with your friends and followers on Periscope and on Twitter. I'm going to bring a different conversation to the table, or a different perspective to the table. Hi, Sandra, nice to have you here. Because, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Barry Selby. I'm known as the Love Doctor, and also the Heartbreak Repair Specialist. So I know a little bit about the heart. So I want to bring my perspective to the table and add to the conversation, as well as give you some things to perhaps take into your life. That's part of my intention, to give you some homework. So my name is Barry Selby. I am an author, speaker, and coach about love and relationships. So definitely have a perspective on heart versus mind. So let me jump right in, because I've got 10 minutes and just checking my watch. The clock is ticking. Got like 7 minutes left already on this part. So, and again, please keep sharing your friends and followers. I'd love to get a big account, because right now we're about 20. I'd love to get this up to 50 or even to 100 people in this group. I'm over 950 followers. I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the week. That's one of my goals. So I'd love your help to share and promote and get people involved in watching me on my scopes, because I've got stuff to share. So thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming in. Nice to have you here. There's Stephanie, who's going to be up with me. Steph with an F. Stephanie Ranut's going to be running in at 5 to the hour. So I'm going to run up to her, get up to her and introduce her in a moment. So, staying on track. Head versus heart. Let me give you some piece of data, and then I'll give you my perspective. Thank you for that, Ketchy. That's a few icons you got there, a few emojis. Wonderful. The heart. The heart is, let me say this. The energetic field, this is going to talk some physics stuff and some other stuff. I'm going to give you some data and some theory and some other things too. So you may want to take some notes. Or not. There's Amy. Amy was the other one who was there. Thank you, Amy. Nice to have you here. First of all, there's a study called Heart Math. And in some conversations I've had with some people who know this stuff, they say that the brain's energetic field runs to about 1 or 2 feet around the body, like an auric field, physiology speaking. The heart is supposedly something like 10 feet. As in, the power of the heart is so much stronger than the mind. So in terms of a perspective, they're different, and the heart is more powerful. Now, Cindy said she believes intuition comes from the mind. I personally believe intuition comes from the heart. So we'll have an argument about that one of these days. But I want to get another piece of the puzzle. Our mind. Now, one of the teachers I've studied with, Bruce Lipton, who wrote a book called The Biology of Belief, talks about this, and I use it in my work, in my coaching, because I talk about this as a primary part of the work I do with my clients to help them heal their past, to attract what they want in relationships. So I know this piece. Our brain is basically our consciousness. Well, there's discussions about consciousness being bigger than that, but in terms of a consciousness sits in our brain area, our mind. Yes, Bruce Lipton rocks. Met him at a talk he did a couple months ago. It's a picture of me on Facebook with him. Sweetheart of a man. Amazing guy. Anyway, get me back on topic. Our mind, our consciousness, is made up of 2 major components. Conscious mind, subconscious mind. Those 2 pieces make up the 100% of our consciousness. The balance, though, is 90 to 94% of our subconscious mind and only 6% of our conscious mind, which means that we have an autopilot, because subconscious mind is not conscious, it's subconscious. It's an autopilot running our life. That tends to be more impactful in everything we do in our lives than anything else. Our conscious mind, which is the part that goes, hi there, is thinking, conscious, aware, making decisions, having will, is only 6% of our will. The rest of it's autopilot. So bear that in mind. So again, heart energy more powerful than brain energy, and I believe intuition resides in the heart, because in the mind, it's consciousness and subconscious. When you follow your heart, no matter what negativity swim around in your head, it won't win. That's an interesting perspective. I like that. Let me speak to it this way. And as thank you for that. I love it. The thing is that it is the longest journey. I've heard this before from other people too, as was said earlier. The longest journey is from the head to the heart. It's true, because it's a right brain, left brain thing. Well, that's another conversation. We can't get out of that one. I spent most of my time up here. I spent a lot of time now working down here, and frankly, this is much more comfortable, joyful, and fulfilling. So, as has also been said, yeah, Amy, you said that right. As also has been said, the brain or the mind is a terrible master, but a great servant, because the heart is the best driver with the lens of the conscious mind focusing where we're going. So for me, it is about both. So it's not right either or. So in the thing about your head can't stop what your heart wants. What is it can? Your heart's desire, your heart's vision, which is my work, is something that does require our mind getting out of the way. Because again, subconscious mind, which is 94% of our consciousness, has autopilot, which is generally programming. Yes, there you go. Yes, make decisions out of love, immediate change your life. Love is the driver, yes. Subconscious mind is programmed by everything we learned as a kid. And anything about the heart may have been messed up by that. So a focus, my pleasure, a focus is how do we embrace the heart's calling? And because the heart is the wild creative energy that we have inside, it's the joyful living, it's the heart, it's the love, it's the amazing stuff. The challenge is to let the mind allow that to happen, because most of us are not raised with that to be free. Now, there's a difference between free mind and free heart. Free heart is guided by love. Free mind, I think, is driven by lunacy, personally. I had to say that one. And that's the dance we have inside. By the way, if you're not following me on Periscope, as I see a bunch of numbers coming, over 50 people, which is awesome. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get back on topic. I need to sidebar. Please make sure you're following me on Periscope. So tap the little guy in the corner, or swipe right in the iPhone up on the Droid and tap follow me. And again, please share on Periscope. And yeah, exactly. Share on Periscope or on on Twitter as well. Be appreciated, because we've got another round coming up, another hour of this stuff coming up from some amazing people coming up in the second round, which is awesomeness. And Val's one of them. Thank you. Glad for that. Yeah, I did a Scott Body about romance, which again is the whole thing about heart. It's an interesting dance in the work I do with my clients, because I'm working with heart and mind in the blend, because in love and relationships, it's not just the heart, it's not just the mind. And yes, people say, well, the heart can't be stopped by the mind. Well, I don't believe that. In fact, I believe what it is we blame the heart for the subconscious programming, meaning that we make choices in relationships that are programmed into our subconscious. Yours broke, though. Both? You broke your mind and your heart? Doesn't sound good. I help people heal this, by the way. I'm a heartbreak repair specialist, so I can help you with that. The thing is that we think that our heart is leading us astray to pick a bad relationship. Not true. Our heart is working for our highest good. Our subconscious is what programs in our choices for love. So whether you use an online dating service or a smartphone app or a matchmaker or anything else, your relationship choices are governed automatically by your subconscious, which is your mind, not your heart. If your heart had free reign to love, it would love the highest possible way, and it would love unconditionally. However, we have this thing in way of this, and that's the dance. So in my work with my clients, and I'm teaching this to make sure, I'm almost out of time before I switch. No sound? Everyone else can hear me okay? Just double checking. I think you can still hear me. Hi Simon, good to have you here. Can you hear me still? So it is not, yeah, okay, you can, good. Okay, just back and forward there for a second. Just checking, someone said they couldn't. Maybe just put your phone on mute or something. Anyway, things happen. So this is the joy. Jealousy isn't heart-based. Jealousy is mind-based, because that's programming. If you are in your heart, you love unconditionally, and the heart is a fuel source for love. Okay, I'm going to switch gears. I need to promote the second round of Share-a-thon, but that's why I'm going to leave it to give you something to think about. I don't believe so. I don't believe jealousy is heart-based because the heart doesn't have judgments. The heart doesn't carry beliefs. The heart is the loving source. Your mind, particularly your subconscious, is where the programming lies, and that's where the jealousy comes from. I understand. I'm just giving you my perspective. We can have. Oh, okay. You are on the same page. Thank you, Amy. That was the thing, though, is we have this, and that's the reason why I love the Perry 10K, by the way, and I'll get to that now. Is we have diverse opinions. Cindy and I have a different perspective about where intuition comes from, and that's the thing. We get to do that. So my work, my passion, is serving my clients to have what they want in love and relationships, as you can tell. So make sure you follow me because I do scopes every day about that stuff too. Genetic prominence? No. I would say this, because I've done enough work with my clients about healing patterns of relationships. I love this, yes. That relationship patterns like abuse, addictions, abandonment, and that's the trap. And behaviors are learned in here. So again, heart more powerful personally, heart more aligned personally, heart more pure personally than the mind. So I'm biased about the heart being the strong leader, this being the servant when it's worked with properly. So that's the end of that sermon. That's the end of the sermon right there. Thanks for following me. What about lust is the heart and mind use, or do you just think you love someone mind use? Lust is loins in terms of perspective. It doesn't come from the heart. You can be passionate from the heart, but usually lust comes from a lower area of the body, energetically speaking. Anyway, let's get on to the next round because I want to make sure it's coming up because we've still got a few minutes left. Yes, I've got 2 or 3 minutes left. So at 5 to the hour, yes, physical. At 5 to the hour, or 55 after the hour, yes, exactly, mind attempts to control heart. And anyway, I can go on another scope for about 4 hours. You know, this is my passion. I can talk about this for a long time. Anyway, in a couple of minutes, Stephanie Renner is starting up, Steph with an F. Put some emojis so they can find you because you'll be coming up next. And she's going to be leading off and hosting round two of the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. If you haven't already joined Perry 10K and want to find out more about it, who blushed? I didn't. I got a red nose right now for some reason. I banged my nose this morning apparently. Perry 10K, there's Steph right there, Steph with an F. All the pondering like those pictures. The emoticons are great. So make sure you're following Steph because she's going to be up in a couple of minutes, in about 2 minutes. And we leave the second hour of the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. We do this every day of the week. On the weekend, sometimes we just do one long share-a-thon, but this is 2-hour share-a-thons. But today's is, as usual, 1 p.m. Pacific time to 3 p.m. Pacific time. There's Steph again with the emoticons, which is 4 p.m. East Coast time to 6 p.m. East Coast time, which is 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time to 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, in case you're wondering where you're looking in the world. So that's the schedule, and we're just finishing up hour 1, and every day through the show then, absolutely. And we're starting round 2 at 5 to the hour with Steph with an F, who's coming up next, Stephanie Rennert. Make sure you're following her. And I'm just double checking, so you've got like a minute left. So any questions, any thoughts? Because I just downloaded a bunch of stuff in my 10-minute spin for the Share-a-thon. And again, I am passionate about this work, as you may have guessed. Okay, Steph, you're going to go set up because you're up in a minute. Awesomeness. And thanks for joining me. Thanks for following me. Make sure you are following me on Periscope because I did scope earlier today about love and relationships, which I usually do. And I'll be back on again tomorrow. May do one later today, we'll see. My pleasure. I'm glad you got some value. Hopefully you got some value out of what I said. There's a lot of content that comes through me sometimes in these scopes. I have no agenda, no script, no thing, because no programming, because this comes from what I've known and learnt and discovered. So thank you, Val. I appreciate that. It doesn't look going to be on the Zen cruise, but I want to be able to speak and teach about this stuff with your audience at some point down the road, just to plug for the future, by the way. 2016 is going to be a big year for me. I can feel it. And that's a whole other topic. We should have scope about 2016 shortly, yes. My pleasure. Thank you, Kechi. Appreciate that. Yvonne, nice to have you here too. This is an amazing topic to discover and discuss today. We have a great crew talking about it, so I'm grateful for that. And thanks for being here as well. So somebody let me know when Steph is live, because she should be up and running in about 3 seconds, and then she'll be taking the reins from here on. Yeah, 2016, definitely. 2015 was a lot of seed planting for me, as it felt like. A lot of work, a lot of seed planting, and not much to see above the surface, but trusting that the shoots are growing below the surface. And in 2016, it all comes forward. So yeah, absolutely. So It was nice to see you, Amy. I haven't actually watched your scopes. Yes, exactly. Well, bamboo is a great analogy, so that's good. Your Claudettes, what is that? Oh, that's your name. All right. So that's it. So I'm waiting for Miss Steph to go live so I can then sign off and we can go watch her. Thanks for watching my scope, by the way. Thanks for being here. I'll be back on again tomorrow with another scope. She is live. Right. Thank you, Amy. See you folks later. Again, make sure you follow me so you can keep track of my scopes. I do scopes every day. And I'll be watching you and watching Stephanie